Alrighty, YouTube, it's your boy Zxous, and obviously the 3.5 anniversary live stream has finally come out, and we know everything that will be coming with the update, right? And I've made a recap video, so if you guys missed out on it, go ahead and check it out. But in today's video, which is the same day, this is actually going over the Japanese live stream because they actually showed gameplay of the brand new Anise and brand new Neon, and obviously Avistar as well. So I'm going to talk about the brief description that we got on the global side, and then we're going to break down whatever we find out from Anise, Neon, or I guess even Avistar over there on the the JP version, right? But before we get into that, with Lootbar.gg, you are able to top up currency for your favorite gacha games for a lot cheaper than you were to spend in your actual game. By picking the monthly pass, I would be getting this monthly pass for $5.96, where if I was to buy it on Nikke, I would have to be spending $5 USD. If you don't know, I am Canadian, so the conversion rate is going to be a lot more than how much I'm spending on Lootbar.gg. And that's how it is for every single pack between Lootbar.gg and Nikke. It is 110% safe, and I would highly recommend, if you wanted to save money, to use Lootbar.gg. All you would have to do is go into your game, go into your profile, get your ID, copy your ID, paste your ID into the UID section, pick the region you are in, and then press top up now. Once you pay, you're going to get the payment successful message. As you guys see right there, the order has been completed. And as you guys see, once I opened the game, I made sure, so once I opened the game, you guys are going to see that because of Lootbar.gg, not only did I get to save my money, but it's 110% legit. I guess I already got it because I did have, what, 3,900 here, or 3,700 right there. You guys see the paid currency right there. So click on the link down below in the description, head over to lootbar.gg, buy your packs, get your currency for a lot cheaper than if you were to buy it on the actual game. And remember, it's all 100% legit. I use Lootbar to buy my gems. So yeah, make sure you guys check out lootbar.gg, especially since there's so many stuff, like so much stuff coming out in within the game and stuff like that. And then obviously it's like, come on now, y'all. There's a lot of stuff happening, y'all. There's a lot of stuff happening. There is also going to be a giveaway happening, right? Which is in the works, and I'll talk more about that throughout the week and stuff like that, and kind of make the official post. But I want to talk about, obviously, the characters right now in today's video. So let's start off with Miss Anise. Obviously, it's very simple. All three of them are actually electric characters, right? Avistar is a free-to-play character, by the way. But Anise is an electric defender, burst 1, rocket launcher character, right? She works in two ways. Realistically, she's a sub DPS, right? She buffs up her own attacking capabilities or her ally survivability depending on the squad structure. So what that means is, depending on where you have certain characters, including Anise, she will be buffing up certain characters, basically. So let's say, like, if Anise is in the third slot of your team, you know, there's 5 boxes. If you put her in the middle, Anise might give herself like an attack buff, where if you put her on like the far left, so the very first slot, she might protect the entire team, right? And then obviously it says when you're using her burst skill, she generates stars around herself that attack the enemies automatically, which we're about to see right here in the Japanese live stream. So let's take a look, break this down, and see what got going on here. I don't know who this guy is, but W tattoos. Let's go ahead and take a look. This is against the new boss on level 4 of a solo raid. So let's take a look and see. And wait, what is that solo raid week 2? Electric. So yeah, water. Let's take a look and see what we got going on here. Okay. So you can even see damage as well. Okay, so Avistar re-enters burst 1. So another thing about Avistar, I should probably mention, right? The thing about Avistar, she's the free-to-play SSR, right? She is kind of like Chime in the sense of she works with Anise and like only Anise, right? Let me show you guys exactly what I'm talking about here. She works with only Anise. So she's a supporter, burst 1 electric machine gun character. It says when using her burst skill, she enhances her own survivability. We now know that she re-enters the burst 1 stage, but it says Avistar is a supporter who strengthened her pop star. So you know how Chime said like is a supporter who strengthened her king? Avistar is the same thing, just towards Anise, right? Which is going to be interesting because I wonder if she's going to make Anise a broken DPS, but we'll see. But there is Anise using her burst skill. Very, very powerful, very cool. I wish I could kind of zoom in a bit more just to see the damage and stuff like that. But there's Grave, and then here goes Neon and her burst skill as well. So right now we're on Anise. So I want to see if there's anything I can notice from this little breakdown. Okay, so a lot of damage. It looks like she, like, those stars really just attack everything, like all parts and everything. It just goes. Okay, so she just does damage. It doesn't look like she's buffing up okay, she gets a lot of buffs, right? I don't know if she has a pierce effect or anything like that. I want to look at the far left where my webcam is. I'm gonna move up so you guys can see if anything procs here on the side. It doesn't look like anything proc here on the side. But nobody on this team has cooldown reduction, so we will know. Okay, so somebody on this team has cooldown reduction. Probably Anise, right? It doesn't really make sense for Neon to have cooldown reduction as a burst 3, and then obviously Avistar is a free-to-play SSR. So probably Anise with the cooldown reduction, right? Because Grave doesn't have it and Liberalia doesn't have it. So that's kind of confirmed right there, that Anise is the one with cooldown reduction, which was obvious, right? She had to be, like, have some type of cooldown reduction if she was going to compete with any character, right? I'm sorry, if you're a burst 1, you have to have cooldown reduction to be good. You do. It's just how it is. And it's as clear as day that she's a 20-second cooldown character as well, right? So that's very, very, very nice, right? Avistar again using her burst skill, then buffing up Anise. Wait, I just want to see something. Anise has how many buffs? Okay, so Anise has 5 buffs right now. After Avistar uses her burst skill, it doesn't look like Anise gets any more buffs, right? It looks like she still has her 5 buffs, so that's interesting. Then when you use Anise's burst skill, how much buffs does she get from just using her burst skill? She gets 4. And it looks like a defensive buff right there. That could be an accuracy buff. I'm not sure. I think that might be a pierce buff. I'm not sure, but she gives herself 4 buffs. Actually looks like she gives the entire squad 4 buffs, right? What was Avistar's buff? Sorry, before the burst skill ended. So she has 4 buff. Avistar has 4 buffs. We use Avistar's burst skill. Avistar now has 5 buffs. So Avistar gives herself a buff. And then with Anise is giving everybody how much? 5 to what? And nothing. So okay, Anise just buffs up herself. She didn't buff up nobody there. Okay, good. So Anise only buffs up herself on her burst skill. It's great. Maybe when you enter a full burst, she gives a bit more. Liberalia got your costume skin. Very, very nice. I think so. Very, very nice. But you guys can see Anise is in fact doing, this is Anise's damage we're seeing right here, right? She's averaging 28,000, 166,000. I don't know the level of these characters. I'm going to assume it's level 400. Just level 1 skills. I'm not sure, but there you guys see the damage going on. And then boom, cooldown reduction is in fact in effect. So there is that, but we need to go to Neon to see what Neon is doing, right? Because I don't know anything about Neon besides the fact that she's just a raw DPS. So it's really self-explanatory for her. We have to wait till her actual like in-game skills to see like what she's doing, but she doesn't have any like funny effects or gimmicks. Actually, she does. She heals herself or something like that. Her skill 1, let me just show you guys what I'm talking about. When it came to Neon, her skill 1 looked like it gave her a defensive buff for herself. If I can just quickly find that for you guys. It shouldn't be hard to pull up these characters. That's the thing. Neon is right here. Right here. Right? If you guys take a look right here, it says skill 1, healthy body. It's a passive with a shield and a plus icon. So it's as clear as day that her skill 1 is going to be buffing up herself in the sense of like protection, survivability, or healing. I don't know. One of the 3. It's either going to be a like shield, which I don't see a shield here at all. It's going to be healing, which we could see if anybody gets healed here. Only Grave can heal herself, I think. I'm not 100. I forgot what Grave can heal herself or not. We'll see. Avistar using her burst skill again. Again, re-enters burst. We know that now. It looks like Avistar heals herself, clearly. It looks like she heals herself. There goes Grave and her burst skill. And then Neon is using her burst skill here. So, oh no, it's Liberalia. But cooldown reduction is in fact there. So, Anise has that. I don't see no heals or no type of shield mechanic. Okay, so Avistar heals herself. Avistar does in fact heal herself. How often though? Oh? Okay, can we go to Neon? It looked like Neon took damage there. but it looked like she didn't lose any HP. Does her skill 1 have to do with invulnerability? That would make sense, right? I say it would make sense. I don't know. I'm not caught up to the. I'm not on chapter 42. I'm not on chapter 43, 44, or chapter 45 or 46, obviously. Let's take a look. Okay, we're on her. I'll stay on her real quick. I want to see her take damage. So this is her. Okay, she is putting up pretty good numbers. She is putting up pretty good numbers, and she is taking damage. But she is in fact putting up very good numbers. Okay. So yeah, I think she is going to be a very decent DPS for electric, which is what they needed. Because again, Cinderella was the only character putting up, I'm so serious. Cinderella was the only character doing damage for electric. So they genuinely needed this. But let's take a look. Okay, rocket launcher doing rocket launchers. Both of them are rocket launchers. I just realized that actually. Boom, Avistar. Anise's burst skill animation is really nice. You guys got to see her burst skill or her gotcha skin one. It's really nice as well, but it's just this gotcha skin covers the yams, and I don't want to cover the yams, if you know what I'm saying, right? And Liberialios is really good as well. Really good with our skill animation, I think. But yeah, it looks like Avistar only heals herself. Nobody else is getting healed, not even Anise. Only Avistar looks like she heals herself. So there's that. Wait, what was that right there with the HP? So Avistar increases her max HP. Okay, that's what that is. Avistar increases her max HP without HP, basically, because her HP went back, like kind of like Rouge, if that makes sense. But it's for herself, not for the entire team, right? You look at her HP right here. Avistar uses her burst skill. Maybe it's when you enter a full burst. Either that or she fully heals. It's one of the two, but her HP was like, it was gone and it just came back at the end of a full burst. Right? Let's take a look and see. There's Neon using Neon's burst skill. Okay, yeah. So when you enter a full burst, she gives herself max HP without losing HP, and then she heals herself. Avistar, I'm talking about, the free-to-play SSR. I haven't seen anything that has to do with like a shield. So I'm going to assume she has damage reduction. The Anise, because she has no shield mechanic. So the survivability is not a shield. She does not heal, and she's not increasing max HP. So the only other survivability she can have is either increasing defense or damage reduction. Which, if she's competing with Moran, which she is, damage reduction makes the most sense. So let's just keep that in mind. But that's a speculation until we get the actual skills, but that just makes the most sense. Okay. Again, Anise burst skill. Her and Crown are gonna go crazy. I can already tell. Her and Crown are gonna go absolutely stupid. Absolutely stupid. Because Crown has the shield that you want. So if she does have damage reduction and she's a burst 1 with Crown, it is going to be quite something, huh? A lot of buffs. That's 14 buffs. She's taking a lot of damage here, though. She is taking a lot of damage here. And there's no healing on her. But the team has survived, so that's interesting. And burst generation, can we talk about it? It's like we're entering a burst skill the moment the full burst ends. Right? The moment a full burst ends, we're entering a burst skill again. So that's very interesting as well. Well, it's not. I expect good burst generation, but Avistar definitely does increase her max HP without actual HP. How much damage was that right there? Sorry. I'm looking at Neon right now. Oh, she missed. Oh, no. That's 407. Okay, I need to see the level. I'm going to go back in a second just to check out the level. What level are they? Level 200. Level 200? Putting up 400,000 is... Neon is probably going to be strong. Wait, Cinderella was on this team. Oh, but they changed it, huh? Oh, they changed it. That's so sad. They changed it. They definitely changed it. And what's this right here for Avistar? Okay, so 19,000 battle power. That's what I'm gonna assume they're all at. And she's casually putting up no collection item. You guys can't see it because of my webcam. No collection item. 19,000 power. I'm gonna assume they're all around that. And then Neon was putting up 500,000. Neon is probably gonna be very, very strong, y'all. But that's all I could really get from this little brief gameplay. It's not like really much. They're not really showing much, if I'm being honest with you guys. They're just not. So yeah, that's that, I guess. But hey, man, what did you guys think? What do you guys think at the end of the day? What did you guys notice that I didn't notice? From what I know 100%, I could say with confidence, Anise has cooldown reduction. Avistar is a re-enter burst 1, and she heals herself and gives herself max HP. Anise most likely has damage reduction because she doesn't have any of the other survivability mechanics. I didn't see indomitability. I did not see taunting. I did not see anything else, right? So we will see what she has. Maybe you guys could tell me the icons better than me. But I think she has damage reduction. And obviously she can do damage, and so can Neon. But we'll wait for the actual skills to be revealed. So you guys let me know what you guys think. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And I'm going to see you guys in the next one. I'm very excited for this anniversary. Let's see you guys next one. I'm out. Peace.